Hello folks, welcome to tonight's stream. IMSA Endurance Fuji, third night running, although this is the proper endurance, so it's 2.5 hours, roughly, I think maybe 2 hours 20 minutes. If you've been with me for the last couple of nights, you'll know it's been a messy week of racing. Been running the same track, similar conditions to what we have tonight, although you can see this is the practice session. Right now we'll go over to the race server in 10 minutes and it is horrible. FPS down to 57, 60 right now with this fog, rain, super dark conditions. So I'm hoping it won't be quite this bad in the race. It's due to be 20% chance of rain. I've done a bunch of rain running now the last couple of days in the different series, so as prepared as I can be. But yeah, last 2 days have been a bit of a nightmare, really, mainly because of my poor driving and poor pit stops, mainly. Let's have a think. Wednesday, I either sped in the pit lane, or I now know from Greg that I might have just cut the white line on the entry. So that might have been, yeah, I mean, I think I was speeding too, so got a penalty either way on that one. So that was annoying because I was running, going to say top 10, maybe top 5. Anyway, dropped me to the back. So raced again last night, did fixed, which was great actually. I really enjoyed that. Was running in second, had to do a splash and dash at the end. I think everyone was doing the same. And then I thought, because I overshot my pit box slightly, that I'd reversed and got a penalty. But thank you to Greg. He scanned the video today and was like, no, you just flew through the painted chicane on pit entry. So that's why. So there we go. And I'm grateful for Greg sharing that tonight, because I probably would have done exactly the same thing again, not realize why. It's kind of obvious, but for whatever reason, I just thought I could send it in like a wild boy. No worries. So thank you, Greg. Let's see if we can just get through a few pit stops without picking up a penalty, because that has been the story of this week. Anyway, then I jumped into open right after fixed. Qualified fine, top 6 or 7, I think, roughly. Looked like a kind of fun, competitive race. Was pretty up for that. I think it was going to be dry from memory. Yeah, I think open has been dry this week, but started off with a slightly damp track. Although I think actually in open last night it was dry for quali as well. So that was fine. And then for the first time on this PC, had a blue screen of death as we were trundling around on the parade lap. So that put pay to that race. I did jump in actually and do just a little bit of safety rating gain at the back. Got to the first pit stop, or the only pit stop, and then just parked it. So yeah, just been a weird couple of days, but you know, what I've been thinking about is practice, and especially practicing pit entry. I mean, you can, if you know a track, you can get your way around it without, you know, a ton of practice if you know it well. And I do know this track reasonably well, and I know the Porsche pretty well after the last 12 months, but pit entry, hadn't practiced them, and then just made mistakes 2 nights running. So I'll be extremely cautious on pit entry tonight. We'll see how that goes. We'll be kicked over to the race server in about 7 minutes. I'm going to jump back in the car because if it is wet, I'll just be using a slightly different quali set, which I haven't really run on. So I'm just going to jump in and probably use that a little bit here just to just get a feel for it. I mean, I'm really hoping the weather's not like this, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it might be, so we'll see. It's only 20% chance of rain though, so I think we'd be unlucky to get weather quite this bad. It was kind of weird. I was following people just before I got it started here, and I noticed that it was like the spray was almost grey. It was really difficult to see people and the lights in it. It was super weird, to be honest. I have a fuel overlay box open for myself today because that has been another problem of just running out of fuel quite a bit. I mean, I'm more aware of that being an issue now, so I've doing a little bit of saving, but even so, just make sure I can see exactly where I'm at. I do wish iRacing had the extra black boxes, but I guess that will be season 3 when we finally get that. Can't come soon enough. wouldn't say I feel fast in the wet, but I would say maybe fast enough, hopefully.
Car 71, just set the fastest lap, 50.2.
I haven't been uncompetitive in damp conditions, at least for folks around my IR. We've got 234 drivers, 189 teams, so yeah, well, plenty of spits to enjoy tonight, hopefully. Of course, the iRacing has taken a bit of a beating, down at least 150 because of all that drama the last 2 nights, which is a shame because I have not had the pit stop issue. I'm sure it would have been quite a big net gain, but there we go. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, yeah, I mean, if you see the car ahead here, I don't know if it's a graphic setting I've got, but I've never really seen the spray look grey like that. Don't know if that's realistic, to do with the new lighting model, to do with something I've got in the settings, but it's kind of weird. Usually I feel like it's a different colour to that. But not really trying to do quality sim or just getting around the track, I guess. If it is wet like this for quality, you know, just 2 safe laps. Not going to try and do anything crazy. Don't want to start at the back, so just trying to be sensible.
Left side. Still there.
So I had an incident with a prototype on Wednesday night, which at the time I thought was 50-50, but on reflection and with a little bit of guidance from others, yeah, we decided it was on me, just drifted wide in that long right-hand corner. Nice slide to get the back end round.
Car ahead. Go right.
Yeah, obviously not setting it fast lap times here, just sort of pottering about. How long have we got? Yeah, 2 minutes till we get kicked to the race server. To 200 teams, 250 drivers. Love it.
We've got good fuel data.
Don't get caught out with traffic here. So we'll put a representative lap together, but not by doing that. Quite useful just getting a sense of kind of in the wet, Just being careful not to drift with the prototypes around.
Clear on the right. 51.7, that was your fastest lap of the session. Car stops on the right.
Alright, let's get racing. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not too worried about it being a dry race. I've done, as I said, a bit of running in the wet here, so we're just going to see what we're faced with, I guess. Good thing about a wet race is it takes away the sort of pace equation. Can just drive a bit more relaxed, I guess. It's definitely easier for my shoulder. One side benefit. But equally, I quite enjoyed the dry races I had this week, especially last night before it went wrong in the pit stop. Felt like I had reasonable consistency. So yeah, we'll just see what we're faced with. But as I said, I think 20% chance of rain. So yeah, even if it doesn't rain for quali, I think there's probably a good chance the track might at least be damp, and then that we'll get some rain at some point throughout the race. We will see. But yes, the blue screen of death was a bit concerning last night, so I do have some concern about it tonight. Oh, great. It is the same weather. Perfect. How is the track? Ooh, very lightly wet, but it's about to rain. So I've got to imagine this is a wet setup, surely. Well, we're going to stick on the wet quali set and just go for a drive. Can't imagine it'd be anything else I do for quali. At least I will have. I will have the tyres up. I think it's the same for you guys. You should be able to see it in quali. I don't know, maybe you'll be able to see it now actually from my full screen overlay. Oh, you know what? It doesn't. The track feels pretty dry actually. Go out. I just want to put on dries just to feel, because you know we have a second here.
You're on a dry tyre.
Don't think it's a dry tyre, but if it is a dry tyre, I want to know about it.
Slow car ahead. Go left.
No, it's a wet tyre. Okay, that was useful knowledge building.
Right side.
Wasn't sure until I put some energy into that tyre. Wow, there's cars everywhere. But didn't pick up any incident points of that wildness. Okay, yes. I mean, it's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna rain. Well, okay, it isn't gonna rain for a bit. So what is the condition of the track? It's very lightly wet. Yeah, I mean, it was wet enough for me just then that I feel like it needs to be a wet quali set. So I feel like that's the sensible thing to do. I'm just going to look. What are people putting on? Is red dry? I mean, we're going to have how long without rain? Yeah, an hour potentially without rain. Interesting. So are people going out? I never remember the colour of the tyres. Let's jump in real quick. Yeah, people are trying dries. I don't know. I don't know if I was feeling that. I'm gonna go I'm going to go wet. I'm going to try and hope this is a safer option, honestly. Assuming the conditions haven't changed too much from just before, it felt like it was a wet tyre. But honestly, I'm notorious at getting this wrong, so... Well, we'll find out. Let's go. I mean, it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel bad either. I wonder if this is the wrong time. Oof. Borderline, I think. I mean, it's an endurance race, we're not in top split, so, you know, we don't need to get too worried, of course, with plenty of time, but even so. Yeah, I don't know, the tire doesn't feel great, to be honest. I'm not sure I'm on the right tyres. It's really tough. More people have switched to the wet, but it is a real mix. We're committed. We're committed. So let's just see what we got. If we're at the back, well, we'll have some work to do. Man, I think it was dries. I just don't know. That little ran when I went out in that little warm-up, it really, I didn't get confidence in the dries. I felt like I was just sliding. But I don't know, maybe on lap 2 they would have just come good.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
That's horrendous. Oh my god, lost so much time there. Yeah, I do think I'm probably on the wrong tyre here. God, I always feel like I make that decision wrong. It's also just been a terrible lap. I've been trying to get to grips with this thing. I don't know if this looks any good. 150s. I think we're anywhere near that, probably.
One more lap. 49.9.
Oh, it might be okay, but it's marginal. I think I will start the race on we had a terrible sort of chicane down here, so we know we at least can find that.
1 lap of fuel left.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're going to go half a second quicker. It'll all depend what everyone else can do. I'm not unhappy with that. Maybe it was the right call. Now I need to see the weather and see what we're going to do at race start, obviously.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Okay, well, as you'd expect, 2K guy has found the speed. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, is it? But the question is for the race, though, what are we going to start on here? Yeah, I mean, we've got no rain for at least an hour. I don't see... I've got to be on dries, I think, because the guy, I mean, it would be half a second slower initially. I think it's got to be dries. Okay, I'm going to pop to the washroom. 20 seconds here. This will be interesting.
One lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed. Looks like there's rain in the area. Be mindful. You're on a dry tyre. The estimated strength of field is 2,444. We expect to be fighting for the
Sorry,
podium.
guys. Couldn't hear me there. Yes, gone for a dry setup. Just feels like that's going to be the right call. There is someone starting on wet in P4. I don't know. There's just not much rain coming.
No expected change in conditions.
And it's very lightly wet. And it does feel slippy. Most people are on dries though, so either P4 is going to really make ground and good for P4 if they do, but I just feel like this whole stint it's not going to rain. If that's the case, surely dries is going to be the right call. Yeah, we'll see. Don't really know what to make of it. Turn TC up even just G4 was fine in the wet. Wow, we got dries on, just up a touch. Yeah, well, this is exciting. All the races I did this week, it was a bit more clear what tyre to be on, so this is, I guess, interesting. I'm assuming we're going to leave a gap here. I'm not in P1, so we'll let Glenn decide what we're going to do here. Now, one of the things that was a bit of a pain yesterday, honestly, was P1 in one of my races just sent it early, and then we caught up the LMP2, so I'm hopeful here that... Who do we have? That Glenn won't do that.
Pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag, green flag.
Off we go. Oh my god, the LMPs. How are we catching them? It's a green flag. It's crazy. Oh, let's hope everyone just settles here. Let's try and take it real easy into T1 here. We get a nice lift. See P1 had a bit of an incident. Just trying to stay out of trouble as these guys try and get their way back through. God, guys.
Slow car ahead. Go right.
Yeah, I mean, the LMPT traffic has been a disaster here. They need to just get the hell away from us.
There's an incident ahead. You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left.
Yeah, I mean, I know these LMP2s are hard to drive at the best of times when the tyres are cold. Trying to be cautious here. I know I'm right up behind P1, but I don't need to push this. Just hopeful we can all just get settled a bit here. No intention of being a hero. Just really hoping P1, you know, just has a bit of pace, honestly. It's 3.2k driver, so, you know, should have some in the tank over us.
8.6.
Okay, so braking there is actually pretty good. Brake a bit more like it's a dry track, I think. So tyre's the right choice, so, I mean, we got that right. So, you know, on that one, I was not trying to get involved in any Barney, but I do think I drifted wide. He was sort of tucked around me on the exit. Didn't see him. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but that's okay.
Still there. Clear on the right. Car right. Stay on the left. Clear.
Obviously in the mix now.
Left side. You're on the right. 3 wide. Left side. 2 wide. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear. Right side.
Christ, it's a disaster. This has been a really, really tough week.
Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. Clear.
My word. This has been one of the roughest weeks of racing I've had. And again,
Car stop on the right.
I don't feel like that one. Oh, wheel.
Infinite ahead.
Yeah.
Car stop ahead. You got a slow car on the left.
So the wheel is pretty damaged here. I can feel the car. I will try a lap with it. But we're at a kind of 45-degree angle to the left. Oh,
The car in speed.
yeah, honestly, like,
50.1.
on that last incident, I'm not going to really take any blame for that. Honestly, I feel like he just was
Keep to the left.
incredibly ambitious trying to get by.
Right side. Clear.
And it's a shame because running in P2 shouldn't have needed to get involved in any of this squabbling. But, you know.
Car on your left. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Left side. 2 wide.
The guys back here are a little bit slow.
Car on your left. Keep to the right.
This is
Still there. Hold
hard
your line.
work, folks. Hard work, I can tell you.
You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide. You're on the right. 3 wide. Still hold. Left side. 2 wide. Still there. Clear. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Go right. Clear.
Well, I mean, back here, I'm not that slow. Car is a handful. So I think we're just going to drive it through this damage. It's a long stint with it to be like this, but God, it's
There's
been
an
a...
infinite behind.
Yeah, challenging conditions, challenging racing, but to be honest, just this at this corner here, I should have just given more room to P3 when he was there. You know, there was runoff area. I'm sure he could have taken it, but I think if I look back at that, I'll feel disappointed in just not giving more room.
53.9.
Oh, just messy, messy, messy. Disappointing. It's a long race. I mean, what are we, P13? You know, let's see if we can catch up to this kind of P10 group, see where we are. Turning left is a bit of a struggle right now. Yeah, I think honestly, I just didn't give enough margin today with these conditions. And I am frustrated because again, qualified well, was in a good spot for a good race, but all is not lost. Let's keep an eye on the relatives, see if I can make some ground here. It's tricky to get the car turning at the moment. Right, 3 seconds, that's what we're looking at here. Yeah, to be honest, that second incident's what's really cost us. Now we've got this wheel damage.
49.1.
Right, 49.1 with the busted car, we're running 150.
50 even.
It's not awful. It's not awful. We can run here.
You got a slow car on the left.
Yeah, I just could do without the drama. My word.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Here I was thinking we'd have a little chill race tonight. Of course not. I mean, the gap is down here just a little bit, so I found half a second at least. It's like even with this busted car, my god, where are we driving? Jeepers, jeepers.
The leader's pitting now. The leader is running 49.9.
So a bit weird that the leader would be pitting. He will not be, of course. Right, well, I've got it down to 2.5 seconds and then forgot how to drive in the last sector, so we're back up to 3.5. Let's just keep chugging away. Long race today.
Car coming up quick. Left side. Clear.
It's kind of so hard to know how fast the car would drive if everything was pointing straight.
Faster traffic approaching. You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end. Car right. Still there. Clear on the right. Group of faster cars approaching. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap, 48.6. Car, each case.
Yeah. That's the laps we should be running. To be honest, the pace has dropped off now. I feel like
Right side,
damage is probably hurting me quite a bit.
50.5. Car right. Stay on the left. Clear. Faster traffic approaching.
I'm sure with a straight car this thing will go a lot faster.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear on the left. Faster car coming up quick. Right side. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Okay, well, we finally caught these guys up now, which is great. Alright, what are we running? P12? I mean, I guess it's not that bad given, what was it, 2 or 3 incidents early on. Still frustrating. So it's interesting to see some folks still on the wet, so, you know, I guess that was an option. I do feel happy on the dries, but steering wheel was pointing in the wrong direction, which is a problem. It's a long race. There's bound to be some more incidents, so it's got to keep cracking on, I think. This guy ahead's making some mistakes, so that's what we want to see.
Faster traffic approaching. Car right. Clear. Right side. Clear. Group of faster cars approaching.
Now we've got damaged aero here, so we might pass him and then he just might get straight back ahead again.
Go left. Still there. 49.7. Stay on the right. The car behind you is pitting. We expect slight rain soon. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Left side. Stay on the right. Faster traffic approaching. Stay on the right. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
So spotter says light rain soon. We're just going to have to feel it out, to be honest, because it's not heavy.
Car coming up
We're
quick.
just going to stay out.
Car on your left. Clear. Left side. The car in C17. Just set the fastest lap. 48.4. Clear on the left.
Just trying not to get in that guy's way there, but didn't do a great job of it. Don't think he did a great job of passing me, so bad all round.
The car in C2. Just set the fastest lap. 48 even. Car each station has taken the lead.
Ah, shame we're not up there. Shame we're not up there. But we'll just keep going.
47.5.
So much pace in the track right now.
49.8. You're in the top 10. Group of faster cars approaching. Left side. Clear. Left side. Clear.
That's where I had a run in the other day. Be careful getting past there.
Faster car coming up quick. Right side. Clear.
We're not too far off the fastest lap. I mean, only a 0.5 behind, so it's such a shame. Such a shame the car is not in better condition, and we had all those incidents. But
48.3.
oh no, 48.2, so we're second off, but that's still not too bad.
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear.
Shame, had a good run there, but just needed to get out of the way really. So go again.
The car in P15 just set the fastest lap. 46.7. Let us know if you want rain tyres. The leader is running 47.4.
So again, obviously, wheels not pointing straight, bad aero. We won't actually make the overtake on the straight here. We'll have to go into the corner for it.
Still there, hold your line. 47.8. Just set the fastest lap in second. Keep to the right. Still there, hold your line. Faster traffic approaching. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
Good to get it done.
Left side. Clear.
Right, so where are we running now? 9th? Well, it's alright, I guess, after all the Barneys.
The car in P16 just set the fastest lap. 46.2. Car stop on the left. Go right.
Well, I guess the one thing with having that damage is, you know, with the rain, or sorry, one thing with being raining is that it's taken the edge off the damage. So, yeah, still making ground.
47.6. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Still making some ground.
Right side. Clear.
So we'll just keep trucking on with this broken mobile. Damn, pull that. Or at least pull a couple of corners in, shame. Just pushing a little bit too hard.
The car in P15 just set the fastest lap. 45.4.
track is pretty dry here, so to try and drive it a bit more like it's a dry track.
The car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 45, even. Faster traffic approaching. The car in P4, just set the fastest lap. 44.2, left side, still there, hold your line.
So again, broken car.
Stay on the right. Clear. 46.8, new fastest lap for you. That car is a lap down. Group of faster cars approaching.
Not sure I need to be in third there, but I just don't quite have
Left
it.
side. Clear.
Nearly made the mistake I made 2 days ago. Hopefully got out of it. Right, now we got some time, I guess, here. So we're kind of ahead of the cars that we got caught up after the incident.
Faster car coming up quick.
Now we just push on.
Car right, you're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.2 seconds. Keep to the left.
Not having a team member is tricky now, because when it comes to the pit stops, when we've got a few laps to go, I'm going to have to be having a look on the straights at what's going on with everything. Need my spotter to be giving me some useful information on the weather. So let's have a listen now.
Light rain soon.
So light rain soon, but honestly, conditions right now are fine.
Faster traffic approaching.
Just wish the car wasn't bent, obviously.
45.8, that was your fastest lap of the session. Left side. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Faster car coming up quick. Clear. Left side. Clear.
Nice of that guy to wait there. I was anticipating him coming by, but happy that he didn't, to be honest. Right up to 7th.
Car in P15, just set the fastest lap. 43.9. That car is a lap down. You got a slow car on the left. The car in P2, just set the fastest lap. 43.1.
Well, it is predictably carnage. I'm just so disappointed I'm not further up, but you know what? We've made up a lot of ground, made up about 7 places since all the drama early on. I just should have been more cautious. You know, I didn't need to defend P2 like I did. Could have let him go.
4.5.
Not good decision making, sadly.
Away from the car behind. The gap is 9.8 seconds.
So, car ahead, not for position. Next is Michael Lanahan, 7.7. I know you guys can see that as well. So yeah, I'll try and keep an eye on that relative. But alright, we made a good recovery. I was not happy earlier, but can't be unhappy about how things are running now. Yeah, with a sort of busted car here, I'm quite happy. Oof, we're losing time to the guys ahead there. 8.5, okay, so we're not particularly quick here.
44.3. Just second fastest lap of the session. Right side, clear. Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Clear. Slow car ahead.
Not sure what that slow car was, to be honest. Maybe someone just got out of shape. The sharp left there.
Car stop on the left. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 42.4.
I think this guy's trying to let me pass the Watts. It's a bit messy. Woo! Thank you, buddy. Sorry I couldn't make that a little bit simpler for us. Right. Still got 20 laps of fuel, so racing for ages here. Okay, lost a bunch of time there. It's a poor lap in general. Try and find some rhythm again.
That car is a lap down. You got a slow car on the left.
Such a shame, I just don't know where the grip of this.
Car stop on the right. Go left. Right side. The car in front has gone off. Clear on the right. The car behind has gone off.
Yet more carnage. Just trying to stay alive here.
Left side. Clear.
Stay alive, name of the game.
Faster traffic approaching. Faster traffic approaching.
Yeah, it'll be interesting at the end of the race basically to have a look at all the drama on those first couple of laps. Just not taking my typical own advice of being cautious and letting positions go. For some reason, because I qualified P2, I think I was fighting it quite hard and just unnecessary.
Good
Ugh,
job.
it's a fifth, wow. Yeah, well, staying alive, name of the game today, I guess.
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear. Slow car ahead. Car stop on the right. There's an incident ahead.
I don't. No, I was going to say, not even in our class there, so nothing to do with us.
The car
Carry
in
on.
P10 just set the fastest lap. 42.3.
I think the track is almost dry, just because the car is a bit difficult to drive with the steering wheel and the bent suspension. it's hard to just know exactly how much I can get out of it.
The car in P4, just set the fastest lap. 42.1.
Okay, 42.1.
Traffic approaching.
We're not too far off this pace.
43.1.
Oh, well, no, we're second off, still a second off, yeah. Yeah, I could see myself drifting there. Should have just saved the 1x, but never mind. Okay, well, 10 seconds gap to P6, and it's just been a weird race. We're so far behind, and yeah, I guess we just made it through the carnage. Guess that's one benefit when you have carnage early on. Kind of just resets everything a little bit. I think we're fortunate to still be racing. It was a decent hit, could have easily been a meatball.
The car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 41.5.
Who knows the lap times we could be doing if we're up there. Long way to go yet, so let's see. Let's see what we got. Right, I got 18 laps of fuel. 11-second gap. Right, let's keep an eye on the gap ahead. So I'm 18 seconds behind. So yeah, so basically everyone from me back now has had carnage. So this is obviously a pretty big gap to try and overturn. Wow, some peace for a second. I had that all race. So we get a half decent lap in here.
Car stop on the left. Go right. Right side, clear on the right.
Right. Another decent lap, cracking on. Wow, look at that. P9 still running the wets. Don't think that was the right call. 18.1 to P4, so yeah, we're just not making any inroads now. I think having the car in this condition is hurting us. I mean, if we can just keep that gap until the pit stop, I guess we'll take that. And then we're just going to hope that there's not a ton of rain.
Faster traffic approaching. Right side, clear on the right.
Yeah, it was a decent lap early on, poor final sector, but it's okay. Yeah, Glenn, the gap's just going out. Ugh, shame. Just, I don't know. I mean, we've got the pit stops, we'll get some repair work done in the car, and hopefully that gives us a chance. Pay attention. Because we effectively have a dry track here. And now the broken car, I would say, is hindering me more than it has so far in the race. That turn in there is a disaster at the moment. Low confidence. Oh, that was a better lap. Not sure if it's done a great deal for us. Okay, so I wonder whether this is just going to stay dry now. It's be a case of getting this car repaired bit by bit.
Faster traffic approaching. Car right. Clear on the right.
Struggled there. Yeah, unfortunately it's been a bit of a poor lap. I mean, we're down to 17 seconds and now I'm having a bad lap, so I mean, we can catch, and hopefully with a clean car or cleaner, give us a fighting chance at least. Problem is the leaders are just lapping so much quicker than us right now. I think they're at least half a second to a second most laps. This makes it challenging. But you know what, we're down in the 17 seconds, we'll take that. To the car ahead, Australia wide racing. Should have been up there with them. I do wonder if that was the guy that punted me. Can't remember who it was. Yeah, that just cost us out, but of course better safe than sorry, so no worries. We've got how much? 14 seconds to the guys behind. Yeah, it's kind of been a week of what might have been. That's how I kind of describe it, but I'm glad I'm running tonight, even with this damage. Oof, what are we at? 14 seconds. Well, that was a good lap. Must have been some traffic issues.
42.2.
It'd be nice if we can just start to get that around the 10-second mark. Keep us interested. Not doing too bad with this broken motor.
Group of faster cars approaching. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Still there. Still there, hold your line. Keep to the left. Faster traffic approaching.
What this
Still
guy's doing.
Clear on the right.
Tried to sort of let him go. He sent it in the hairpin, which is just dubious.
Car right. Still there. Clear on the right. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
I don't know if he's got damage or out of fuel, but going slow, super weird. And we're back to 17 seconds.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Brutal, yep. Second and a half slower. Oh well, maybe he had the same traffic trouble the lap before. Ugh, frustrating. Let's keep going. God, if they could just fix the steering, I reckon we'd have a chance. And I think podium's out of the question unless we get very lucky, but I really do fancy being able to try and get up to this Australia guy if possible.
The car in P18. Just set the fastest lap. 40.8.
Well, that is the thing. I mean, there you go. The track has got, yeah, another second and a half compared to what we're running. But that's all right. I mean, still at 17 seconds. Just can't quite make any inroads here.
Fastest lap for you.
So I keep plugging away. I think that, to be honest, is probably back into a second gear corner now. Car rotated really easily there. Still amazed to see some people running on wets right now.
right, range 2.
Well, that would of course mix things up. I did hear that before, so not going to count on it. Just have to make a judgment call. 10 laps to go, and actually we're going to need a fuel save just a little bit here, so bear that in mind now. Down to 16 seconds. Yeah.
Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Messy. Well, there we go. But yeah, look at that. Every time we have a bad bit of traffic, kills us with the gap.
Faster traffic approaching. The leader is running 41.4. Right side, slow car ahead. Clear on the right, car stop on the left. There's an incident ahead, right side, go right.
Yeah, poor lap, unfortunately. Yeah, back at 18, yeah. Well, this is the pace we've got right now. We're just not making inroads. It's frustrating. If I'm running at my absolute pace, we do gain a little bit, but yeah, it's hard to do right now in these conditions with the car.
Car stop on the left. Group of faster cars approaching.
Keep an eye on fuel as well.
Faster car coming up quick. Car right. Still there. Clear.
Right, 8.2 laps, so still going to need to fuel save just to give myself a bit more margin. But do have a little bit of time for that. We're going to put on dries again because the track's just not wet enough for sure.
Clear.
So yeah, I'm just going to kind of let the chase go a little bit now, focus on the fuel, focus on the next pit stop. Chase might be on, but need to have a car I can trust a little bit more. So if the optionals can just put the wheels straight, I feel like that would be a big plus.
You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end. Faster car coming up quick. Range close.
It's interesting about the rain because I said that before, it never came. Still too marginal fuel there. Need to do more lifting in a few more places if you don't want to ever make it like this. Now,
41.7. You fast flat for you.
just a big lift now. Slightly short shift and
That car is a lap down. Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Slow car ahead.
what
Clear.
the hell is this
Clear.
guy doing? Didn't love that little maneuver, I'll be honest. I mean, 0x are fine, but sort of just dived it with the car ahead of it. It's kind of dumb.
Faster traffic approaching. Car right. Clear on the right.
Oof, 21 seconds now back to P4, so
Faster traffic approaching.
that's just in a different phase of the race now. Not much we can do about that.
45 even.
Well, see how it plays out. I mean, P5 is not a bad place to be in for now, given the struggles early on.
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Clear. Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Stay on the left. Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Yeah, so just losing touch now with P4. Well, not that we're ever really in touch with them anyway. Just focus on this fuel save. Get some of the damage repair and then just see what stint 2 brings us. And then it'll be a splash and dash at the end.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel. We expect light rain soon. Faster traffic approaching.
Alright, 4 laps to go.
Clear.
Probably getting up there with the margin now, 4.2 here. So just trying to keep driving the same, 4.1. Still it's a long pit lane, so still need to keep up with the fuel save for a bit longer.
Faster traffic approaching.
Man, the car could be so much quicker now. Even with fuel saving, take 2/10 out of that first corner.
Left side. Still there. Clear.
Well, at least we haven't had blue screen of death. That was a nightmare last night.
The leader is running. 42. Even.
Alright, fuel again, 3.3. Still a bit marginal here. Oh, please have a straight steering wheel after this pit stop. Very happy if that was possible. Okay, 3.1 over the line, not bad. So 3 laps, if we can keep the fuel save up.
Faster car coming up quick.
I think there's a special at Fuji, and I don't think I've run it before, so what I want to take a look at later this season.
Right side. Still there. Clear on the right.
Wow, car's so light. Catching me out a little bit there. Okay, fuel again, 2.4 here, so that's great. Some margin, lovely. Just coming up on back markers, we're still 35 behind. Oh, smokers, wow, yeah. We've been, this fuel save is just shit time. Maybe that was a bad
Car
idea.
is a lap down.
Oh no, 21. Yeah,
You've
so
got about 2 laps of fuel.
not quite as bad as I thought.
Car on your left. That car is a lap down. Clear.
Cut my fuel there. Terrible last corner. Oh well. Hasn't been about pace for the last little bit. Right, we've got enough fuel for this last lap. We'll push on. We'll pit. We're going to put dry tyres on. Hopefully have a straight steering wheel, and then just hopefully just push. It's a shame that gap has got out to 22, but if I've got a reliable car I can trust, who knows? I'm going to get it down next stint.
Faster car coming up quick. Have about 1 lap of fuel left. Car on your left. Clear.
So they're trying to get out of that guy's way and then give us a 1x for no reason. Silliness. Gaps out another couple of seconds.
The lead is pitting now. Faster traffic approaching. Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Right. So if we can have a first pit stop this week without getting a black flag.
Car on your left. The car in front is pitting. Clear. The lead is pitting now. The pit box in 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the
Early
damage
box.
is repairable.
Oof, 2 minutes of optionals. It's plenty. Obviously just going to take whatever they give us and then get the hell out of here. That's the game plan. Come on, get these tyres on. Give me some optionals. Can the steering wheel be straight? That's the key. Obviously not going to work these off over the course of the race, but
Okay, punch it.
steering wheel not straight, so car's going to feel the same. Damn shame. But we'll just have to live with it. We did fine so far, so yeah. Off we go.
The lead is pitting now.
Straighter.
Approaching.
You know, it does feel a bit more connected. Not quite all the way there yet.
Clear.
A little better. Not going to try and fuel save this stint. I'm just going to push. Going to go for lap times. And then just kind of see where that puts us. So I don't think Brad is pitted, obviously. So we're out of position currently.
Faster car coming up quick.
Yeah, okay, I mean car feels 10-15% better.
Right side.
Prefer a steering wheel that wasn't turning left, obviously, but it is a little bit less of an issue than it was, and it feels a bit more connected around the corners. So, yeah, I mean we can race here, that's for sure.
50.3.
So that is what we will do.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear.
Yeah, car does feel more connected, I wonder, with the fuel in the nose as well. It's just helping it feel a little better. Let's crack on. Yeah, okay, car doesn't feel terrible. I'm not sure what's going on with Brad ahead. I can't imagine we're racing him. Actually, there we've got us. Yeah, so out of pit stop sequence, so must have been running behind us before.
You got a slow car on the right. Car right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up quick.
And all of this threat of rain, but it's not actually rained, I don't think, since the early laps, if it was even raining then, so the track is bone dry now.
The leader is running 41.4. Car HK has taken the lead.
Don't understand why Brandon is not flying past us here. He's been following us the whole lap, so I really hope he's going to get past us now.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Right, so we're only...
41.6. Just set your fastest lap of the session. Car right. Car right. Clear on the right.
Bit of a crazy T1 cars
Car on your
everywhere here.
left. Clear. Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear on the left.
Messy, messy, messy. So I don't really understand, like... yeah, I think maybe the relatives are out at the moment, confused as to where we are.
Faster car coming up quick.
Right, well that was a sloppy lap, obviously.
Faster car coming up quick.
It's confusing me why we're so close to Brad here. I don't know if he's doing something, maybe he split his fuel. Because Brad looks to be the team we were 20 seconds behind. Yeah, I'm just very confused by that. I'm not sure what's going on there. He must have pitted. Well, that's good. We've got something to chase. Always enjoy that. As I said, there'll be no fuel saving going on this thing. We go flat out. Now the car's a little better. Let's try and keep an eye on incident points, not overdrive it. But yeah, we want to crack on so we can get up behind Brad. Right, 3.1. I haven't really been paying attention to that gap, but I feel like, well, same or a little bit closer perhaps. Don't know, unless they served a penalty in the pits.
41.6. That was your fastest lap.
I don't know, not sure.
Faster traffic approaching.
Pushing a little bit now, to be careful with these off tracks obviously.
Car right. Clear on the right side. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right. Slow car ahead. Slow car ahead. That car is a lap down. Faster traffic approaching.
I'm getting a bit tight up here. I'm trying to figure out who we're racing. Okay, so we're racing Brad. We've got a back marker between us. Don't really need to hustle here. I don't think I'm going to get a run on the back marker, so we'll just try and stick tight. Made a second on Brad this lap, which is excellent. Jesus Christ, the guy's so slow. Another 4x for that too. Did not anticipate that, I have to say.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Well, not going to be a good night for safety rating. I don't know if we got damage there, might have done.
You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end.
Well, we got damage on the
right side.
damage everywhere.
Car on. Clear.
Are you kidding me? Alright, now what damage?
Closing on you. The gap is 5.2 seconds.
I
You're
don't,
leading on the car in front.
I honestly don't think that was our fault.
Seconds.
I mean, that felt like a humongous dive. I don't know. Don't know. What a race this is. What a week it's been. Man, and we were giving Brad something to think about. Now we're not.
Got wheel damage, 47.9. We got damage on the front end. Got damage on the right side.
Damage everywhere. Right, gotta watch the incident points now. Where are we at? Have a look for a second here. Well, just constantly messy race, so frustrating. So, well, we've got to get back on the... try and get back to Brad. And we'll just take it from there.
Faster car coming up quick. That car is a lap down. Right side, 41.9. Clear, you're back in fifth. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear.
Just so messy at the moment. Alright, what's the gap to Brad? Well, we have made a bit of time. Just so annoyed to just keep getting into Barneys unnecessarily. And honestly, it all started with this back mark and running into them at T1, but they were so slow and they've just gone off behind us. It's true that I didn't anticipate it either, so, you know, that's always a thing on my part.
The leader just did a 42.5.
Okay, right, we're back within 5 seconds of Brad now. Well, for now this is our race. There's no one else close because then there's a 28-second gap. I can only imagine some issue at the pit stop. Maybe they've swapped drivers and Brad's a little bit slower. Maybe they got damage too. Well, you know, it's been a fun race. What's been going on? I can't complain of that, really. Just wish I hadn't been in the wars as much, but that has been really this week all round. even with a busted car, we do have the pace on Brad, so we'll get up behind him, ideally get by. We're losing track now with the guys ahead. Yeah, look at that, it's the lower IR guys that have somehow survived this madness. Really interesting. Higher IR guys up the mix. Tracks. Right, what are we on, 17? That is something we need to be a little careful of now. Here was me thinking this would be a good race to get safe trading back. Well, just focus on the result.
Traffic approaching.
Okay, it's under 2.5, excellent. Slowly getting there. Bad exit here, just gonna give away a couple of tenths on the straight. Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. It was a disaster early on, but top 5 running, P4 in sight. It's a good outcome. If only the car was less damaged, could be right up there. As it is, though, we're doing okay. Just trying to push on a little bit here. A little bit conscious of these off tracks there. They are scaling. Okay, good. Back under 2 seconds. Really want to get this done so I can try and build a bit of a gap for the last pit stop, because who knows what's going to go on with the weather.
Faster car coming up quick.
It's definitely been a bit of a race of attrition, which is not exactly what you want, but that's just how I guess how the weather's been. It's been kind of nasty.
41.3.
But great that we're in a race and we're not just sat in the middle of nowhere. That'd be a bit of a shame. Start to get the toe from Brad shortly. Okay, well, we're in the toe now, that's great. I get a sense of where we're quicker. I feel like kind of quicker everywhere by 10th or so.
Faster car coming up quick.
It's a bit messy really for both Brad and I there, but that's okay.
Faster car coming up quick.
Don't know if he's got damage here. We know we've got some damage, so we need quite a good run.
41.7.
We're not going to go for it here. We'll just do a little fuel save, just try and get a sense for. Rather just get a sense of where we're quicker for a lap.
Right side. Clear on the right. You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
That's
Faster
brutal.
car coming up quick. Left side. Clear.
Trying to work this off. Okay, back at it again. Slightly annoying mistake. I don't think we got an incident point for that, thankfully. Okay, well, we should still get a little bit of the benefit of the tow here. Just pull up behind, follow Brad for a lap or two and kind of see where we're at. Decent gap behind us now, 7.7, so we're not really under threat. And
43.5. Don't expect to change.
just wonder whether the weather's going to stay dry now.
Faster car coming up quick. Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear.
That wasn't ideal, kind of had to get out of it. It was probably a little bit too close for comfort as well. Just really try not to give away too much time as Jacob came by us there.
The leader is running 41.6.
So yeah, I mean, if Brad doesn't have damage, then obviously it's just going to impact us on the straights, I think, a little bit. Don't want to sit behind him for too long, but I do want to be, you know, right there with him at a corner, just to make sure of this.
41.8.
Had a mess of it last time.
Group of faster cars approaching. Car on your left. Clear. Right side.
Little opportunist there.
To the left.
Don't know if I've got it done, so we'll stay in the middle of the track
Clear on the
here.
right. Faster car coming up quick.
But he is going to get a good run down here now.
Car right. Clear.
And now braked ourselves there.
Right side.
So just let Brad go here.
Clear.
A little excited there, but that's okay. Kind of fun for the battles here. It's kind of a nice opportune pass initially, but just couldn't quite get it dealt with. So again, same tactic as before. We're not going to try not to hurry this for a moment, but we've already dropped a second out of Tim, so also do kind of need to just get this done.
43.5.
Could have stuck that, just needed to brake sensibly, so it was a bit silly really. Well, to be honest, opportunity in the same spot came up for whatever reason. I've noticed that he's been kind of slow there the last couple of laps, so even though that looked like a bit of a lunge, honestly, there was quite a lot of room. Now the challenge now is just to try and nudge away and build the gap again to the car that's now just a couple of places back, because they look like they're on our pace. Brad can have to deal with that car, hopefully. So that just took us probably 2 laps longer than it should have done. And well, to be honest, first time was like 10 laps ago when we absolutely stuffed it. But that's all right. You know, we're running well. Got ourselves up to P4 after the tough one at the beginning. I know there's so much more left in this car, so hopefully with one more pit stop. I have to say, I've always felt pretty good through that corner there. Not with the super high IR guys I raced earlier this week, but I think the guys tonight are just kind of misjudging the line there. I'm not even sure I've got it 100% right, but just a little better than some of the guys who've passed so far. I don't know, once we get the start-finish straight, I'll take a look at the gaps to next car ahead, but obviously we had the instant with the back marker and then it took us a while to get past Brad, so none of that will have helped the kind of overall position in terms of the podium places. But let's crack on. So yeah, what have we got to the car ahead? 33 seconds, yeah. So I don't know what happened with Brad, because that team was 20 seconds clear of us at the first pit stop, so just something didn't go to plan for them. So without, we'll need incidents to get on the podium. But I have to say, pretty happy to have made the ground that we have. I think we've been, sideways on the track 2 or 3 times now. Still to be running P4. Not bad. I mean, more to do, honestly, with the carnage that's gone on around us. But you know what? You've got to be in it to win it. Just keep pushing. I'd love a podium, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think what we'll find is that our pace is probably good enough, but the gap to close is just too big.
You got it. Slow car on the right. Car stopped ahead. Go left. There's an incident ahead.
So 19 laps of fuel. So we're not under massive threat behind anymore. Are we going to take tyres? I wouldn't have thought so, so probably going to start turning those off. So we'll just survive on the tyres that we've got on now. Haven't overworked them, I don't think.
Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear.
So we sorted the tyres. The tyres look good. Still never carrying, well, probably more than 2 minutes of optionals now because I've been hit a second time. Actually, that one really annoyed me, that LMP2 that just put the nose in at the hairpin. I mean, it was obviously never going to be on. It was really irritating, to be honest. Right, so I haven't gapped Brad massively, and Tim is catching him as well, and he's catching us a little bit here, so we're just going to be a little bit careful there. I want to make sure we don't give P6 any hope of getting us. Let's just go up to here.
41.4. Car right. Clear.
That's funny, this Ferrari, I don't know if it was the one we had a Barney with when we were running P2, so literally the first or second lap. But it was a Ferrari and it was red.
That car is a lap down. Faster traffic approaching.
So I'm not sure.
41.7. Don't expect to change conditions.
Okay, so no rain. It's all clear now.
Left side. Clear.
It's not the place I expected to get that pass, but we got it done. right.
Faster traffic
I
approaching.
feel like we're maybe just giving up some time as well to the guys chasing us. It's funny that the track still seems wet, but I mean, it says it's dry, but I guess off the racing line. As I said, no fuel save on this stint, just push, see where we get to.
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear. Left side. Stay on the right. Clear. Faster traffic approaching. Right side.
Alright, what's the gap behind now?
Keep to the left.
Okay,
Clear on the
so
right.
we've got
Faster
P6
car
and
coming up
P5 battling. Only got a 5-second gap. Could do with this opening up a little bit.
41.8.
But obviously Tim's got to get past Brad. Give us a lap maybe. Making any ground? Nope, 31 seconds, so that is just status quo. So do not have the pace to catch, shame.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
Work this slow down off without
Faster
really
traffic
good.
approaching. The car in P8 just at the fastest lap. 40.7. 42 even.
Brad's still ahead here. That's just silliness for me. Again, don't know if we got a... no, we didn't get an incident for that, so that's great.
Faster car coming up quick.
See if we can get this gap out to 7 seconds, that'd be a decent cushion.
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear on the left.
past this guy at an opportune moment, so slowed down our progress a little. Yeah, and honestly, P1, 2 and 3 all very stable now. Shame, would have been awesome to have been up there with them, but just not going to get there.
Faster traffic approaching. There's an incident behind.
Just saw that in my rear view mirror.
Faster car coming up quick. Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, 32 seconds. I've had some fairly consistent laps here, so car ahead, out of reach. But we seem to be running a pretty solid P4 now. I'm surprised to see Brad.
Faster traffic approaching.
I thought Brad was the guy that we passed. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the guy behind. We have got that gap out to just around 7 seconds, which is super. Yeah, we're just starting to make a bit of ground now. That's great. Just keep pushing on. Just gonna check the pit stop info in a sec. Try not to abuse these tyres too much. They do need to get me to the end now.
Faster traffic approaching.
Right, let's have a quick check of the pit stops. So we'll do 0.8 margin. We will have been pushing hard on this stint, so that should be useful for the average. I haven't been saving at all, so it should look at that.
41.6.
We've got 11.7 over the line, so there's no need to do anything different. A bit deep there. Car doesn't quite have that much grip. Yeah, so they are still racing each other, or they're working together, not sure. It's funny because I think it was Brad who was behind, or maybe it was Tim. I have to say I thought he'd get past him pretty quick after we got there too. Anyway, this is good, just going to build a nice healthy gap, even if we're not making much ground on those ahead. What are we, 30 seconds? Yeah. Corner again here. Yep, classic.
That corner and got a slow down penalty.
some silly driving there. I think, to be honest, the car's got more grip than I'm expecting, so I'm just kind of getting to that apex way too quick. So just brake a little bit lighter. Killed the lap there.
42.4.
So now Tim has got ahead, starting to build a little gap now. So we need to do the same, stick at it. That's now Tim is in for air. Look at that. He's matching our pace all of a sudden.
That car is a lap down.
Again, a bit of a sloppy lap really, but yeah, it's another half second, or at least 0.2 or 3 there. Well, it's a bit of a static part of the race here. We're not really making any ground on cars ahead, not pulling away too much from Tim either.
Faster traffic approaching.
Well, who knows if a win could have been on the cards. Have a look at the lap times the top guys are doing after the race. I don't know if there's any pit stop shuffle to play out, or whether we are, kind of where we expect to be with the pit stops and other people. So we'll find that out. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep this pace up because that's, we haven't really made any more of a gap to Tim there, so can't afford to slack off.
41.2.
8 laps to go. A bunch of fast class cars here.
Left side. Stay on the right. Clear. Car right. Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up quick.
Obviously car lap down here.
Right side. Clear on the right. 42.2.
Now I'm gonna go here.
Left side. Clear on the left. Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear.
It's not particularly well orchestrated for us. Could have done more there.
You got a slow car on the right. You got a slow car on the right. The car in front is pitting.
Well, I don't know what that was, whether it was anything major or not, but crack on here, of course. Gap behind, oof, 6.3, like Tim's hunting. Gotta be careful. As soon as I have a bad lap, he takes time away from us. Look at that, he's under 6 seconds here. Back couple of laps there. Just need to hook up some good laps, clean laps. It's closing in a little bit at the moment.
That car is a lap down.
Okay, so we get focused here. So 24 seconds behind P3. So we have actually taken a bit of time out, but nothing really of note.
41.4. You're now in third.
We're on.
Left side. Group of faster cars approaching. Clear on the left.
Didn't really know what that guy was doing. I think he was trying to signal that he was on his way, but kind of brake just to be sure.
Now on your left. Clear.
Well, I don't know exactly what the gap is right now. Okay, 5.8, so
Faster traffic approaching.
stable. Prefer it to be bigger.
Right side.
What is this guy doing? Ah, this race.
Left side. Clear on the left.
My God. Just can't catch a break here. Alright, we'll have to see what the car's doing after that. Now we've got the guys right behind us.
Faster car coming up quick. You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Oh my word, did we lose the position there? I don't think so, but yeah, 2.2. Cannot catch a break here. Now I'll tell you, the steering wheel's bumpy.
You've got wheel damage.
What is
Damage on the
that?
front end. Car
Damage
on.
everywhere.
You're back in second. Clear on the right.
Jeez,
Car
what
behind
a
you.
nightmare.
You've got damage on the right side.
God knows what this car looks like right now. But honestly, on that one, I have no idea what that guy was doing. You know, I braked at my normal braking point. I guess he just, you know, was half-hearted about what he wanted to do. Just total disaster. This late in the race as well, just not worth it, buddy. Guess we're going to have a lot to review at the end of the race. My God, what split is this? Split 2 as well. And really messy. What if anyone ended up having a clean race? Well, whatever the damage is, it hasn't made the car significantly worse, so off we go. Right, so what have we got? 3.8 laps. Got the steering wheels jumping around everywhere. Obviously, true position is not P2. More like, hopefully P4 still.
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear.
Have seen your message, Rohit. Just see where we get to here. Right, Brad Coates, 8 seconds, fine. That just depends where Tim is after the pit stop. Yeah, I'll have a look on the start-finish straight, Rohit. Those races. Minor miracle that was somehow running in the top 5 after all of that drama. Right, 2 laps to go. No, we'll be at 1. Yeah, should be 2 laps to go. 13,600 crane down here. Will help you with micro stutters. The problem, Rohit, is knowing what's causing the micro stutters and being able to identify if it is the CPU. That's really the key thing. I did a video on stuttering earlier this year, and it's a long one, but it's got chapters in it, and it gives you a whole different set of things to try. So my advice would be to try and try things with your current setup that are in that video, and anything else you find online that you think sounds, you know, worth trying, because I don't certainly have all the answers. And then if you really still are struggling, then yeah, I mean, that could be the thing, but you want to try and understand if it truly is the CPU. You know, if you're running tripping all 1440p and you're running big races, it might be, but it doesn't look like a terrible processor either. I didn't see what you were running for a GPU. I'll have a look at that in a sec here.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
heavy lap, unfortunately. Jeepers, struggling to get the car turned. It's a bit weird. So, I mean, we've got no problem with the gap to Brad. I just wonder what Tim is doing since he's come out the pits, because we need to be able to get out ahead of him. That's the target. Obviously, we should be fueling less.
The car behind is pitting.
Okay, so we're pitting this lap. Plenty of fuel left. Try and have a just solid in lap here. Right, what are we doing incident wise? 17 still, okay. That's been a solid in lap so far.
We have about 1 lap of fuel left. Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel. Group of faster cars approaching.
Okay, absolutely clear. We're going over here, and God, could we have a straight steering wheel? Is it possible? Probably not. Right, let's just be careful and get out to me.
Clear. Pit box in 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Yes, we had another 20 seconds of optionals. Let's just check. Can't be putting much fuel in. No. 39 litres. So we'll be going any time here. So we've got some of these optionals worked off.
We're done. Get going. The leader's fitting now. A group of faster cars approaching. Car on your left. Clear on the left. The leader's fitting now. Left side. Still there. Hold your line. The leader's fitting now. Clear. The leader's fitting now.
Yeah, we get it. Leader's bidding.
The leader's
Understood.
fitting now.
Okay. Got it, Jim.
The leader's fitting now.
Oh, wow. Still got it, Jim. Alright, so I don't know what position we're running in. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a P4. We'll find out.
The leader's fitting now. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 5.5 seconds.
So that gap to Tim is actually pretty good. That's probably slightly better than I thought it would be. Because if you remember, we had that incident in the hairpin. Yeah, my concern was that might put him 2 or 3 seconds, but we've got a bit of space here. Right, now we're going to keep an eye on the fuel, obviously.
Car coming up quick.
Probably do some fuel saving.
25.1.
For nothing major, 20 minutes to go, but yeah, we'll just be gentle now. Like I said before the pit stop, I was pushing hard in that stint, so that should naturally build us a little bit of a buffer if I'm slightly cautious. with the fuel in the nose, this thing is turning lovely again. So I'm looking here at P3 and I don't understand that. So that would be a mad result. Let's just make sure that's not something that's going wrong with the timings. But I am seeing it on iRacing as well as RaceLab see it. So promising. Not sure what would have happened because we were 30 seconds behind. And Tim is still behind us, so I mean, one of the positions ahead of us must have had an issue if this is accurate. Okay, 5.8 to Tim's, that's fine.
Faster traffic approaching.
I'm basically trying to, you guys can't see, but we've got 0.09 margin at the moment in terms of laps. We're just going to try and get that over 1, so then we know if we have to go an extra lap, we should be good.
Car on your left. Still there.
Wow, the wheel is almost straight.
Clear on the left.
Well, I would never have guessed after the absolute madness early on, and then a continued madness throughout the race, that we'd end up in a podium position, but it does look like we are. Well, it's the beauty of endurance races, especially with mixed conditions. You're going to have a big incident, but if you don't have a meatball, meatballs are usually terminal in terms of your sort of race performance. Yeah, you can just keep at it. See how far behind P2 we are, I assume quite a way. Porsche's done well given the treatment that it's had tonight. Still only 0.9 margin, do a little bit more. Yeah, we're 20 seconds behind P2. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that to see what happened. Maybe an incident, it's a shame, especially so late on. Gap to Tim's pretty stable, so do a little fuel save and still keep that gap, which is good. Well, it's been a better race than the last 2 nights. Well, I don't know. Don't even know if it has been, but position-wise it's better. I feel like I still have made mistakes. You know, probably that very first incident we had on the initial lap definitely could have been avoided. Wasn't all me, but you know, if you can avoid it when you're running in P2, you should avoid it. And then, I don't know, we've had Barneys with prototypes throughout the race. Flat markers. It's messy, really. Tons of incident points, but whatever. Won't care about that. Where are we at? 17, 25 for a penalty, so no worries. We've still not got an extra lap here of fuel.
42, even.
Just need a bit more saving. Left off a touch earlier. Only really saving into T1 at the moment. Fuel saving to a few more corners, that should help.
Faster traffic approaching.
This Porsche is going to feel great to drive next time we drive it without any damage.
Left side. Clear.
Yeah, there's so many incidents to go through after the race. I don't even know which is the one that has annoyed me the most. I think probably the last one we had with the LMP into this hairpin is the most irritating in terms of unnecessary. Didn't cost us a position, and I don't think it has cost us a possible P2 because that's not really in reach. But it could have been worse because at the end of the day, I think he was trying to brake where he brakes, not where the likelihood of where I would brake. But we'll watch it all back and we'll see.
Clear.
That's right, we need 2.6k after this week. Another disaster there, right, 6.7. Yeah, we've made the extra lap in terms of fuel save. Keep going just a little bit more.
That car is a lap down.
Gap's around 6 seconds, Tim's pretty stable.
Faster car coming up quick.
Well, been a fun recovery. I guess that's the best way to describe today. This LMP was going to have a look again. Oh, guys, just be patient at this stage of the race now. Obviously no one just ahead of you, so there's not tons to fight for here.
Faster traffic approaching.
Oh, good little toe down here from P14, P11. 17 seconds to P2. Not been paying an eye on that. Don't know if that's going down or up, to be honest.
41.6.
13 minutes to go. Let's try and keep it solid.
That car is a lap down.
Oh, Tim's caught up a bit there, just with my fuel save. Have to push a bit again.
Right side. That car is a lap down. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Oh, that was reasonably well coordinated, cost us a little bit of time, but nothing to write home about. Well, you guys probably can't see this like the other day, but I'm starting to get a few stutters in game again. Hope that does not mean anything after the blue screen of death last night.
You got a slow car on the right. Car stopped ahead. Go right.
It's that Ferrari again. It's been in a bit of the wars today. Right, how long have we got? 12 minutes. Come on, let's bring it home. Yeah, Rohit. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Give those things a try. The thing you got to try and do is try and isolate the CPU as being the performance issue, which isn't always that easy to do, to be honest. PCs have got so many components to them, but that's really what you want to try and do if you can.
Car right. Clear.
Make a little bit of ground on P2. So gap behind, 5.7. It's just sneaking up a little bit, isn't he? That's what I hate. That guy flashed us. Fine. I know you're coming, buddy, but if you're not coming by, don't flash. Flash when you're coming by.
On the left. You got a slow car on the right. Car stops on the right. Faster car coming up quick. Car right. Clear on the right.
Oh, look at our aero damage here.
41.8.
I don't know if we're going to send this. I don't think so. We'll just get some fuel save on. Be useful if he let us through, but don't want to force it.
We're in a podium position. Car right. Clear.
Scruffy, but you know, he could have also let me through in a bit of an easier moment. Well, he's quicker than us because of all of our damage we're carrying, but making a real hash of this. I can tell you guys can probably see wrestling this car around right now. Tyres probably are going a little bit too because we haven't changed them in the last stop. Right, get to Tim. I mean, as long as we're sort of over 5 seconds, I think that's okay, right? We're at 1.1 in terms of... yeah. Yeah, you could be right, Scotty. You could be right. My FPS, it's not too bad tonight, actually. I think the new lighting model, I'll be honest, I don't think it's impacted my FPS too much, but I mean, if you get onto Reddit any time of the day, there's usually a complaint about that right now. Just losing the tyres a bit here. But the all-important gap is the one to Tim behind us. So let's keep an eye on in a second here. Right, well, it's at least 5.6, 5.7 because there's LMP there. So that's good, right? 7 minutes to go. Got 1.1 extra lap in the bag, so hopefully, depending on obviously when the white flag goes, if we have to splash and dash, we're off the podium, that's for sure. Seconds to the guy ahead. In the end, didn't finish too far off. Well, not over yet. Let's not speak too soon. It's been a race of incidents, so just stay focused to the end.
traffic
Cars
approaching.
everywhere here, don't like the look of this.
Right side. Clear on the right. Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Still there. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear.
Well, that won't have helped too. Look at that, actually Tim's 7 seconds back. Maybe he got caught up in the same
Car on.
traffic.
Clear.
Well, it's all about keeping it clean
5 laps of fuel.
and making sure we have enough gas to get to the end. Don't have many tyre left, that's for sure. It's a bad T1. Gave a couple of tenths back there.
5 minutes to go.
It's funny, I mean, all the races this week have been fun. Just made too many mistakes on the ones, even tonight, but maybe tonight most of them probably were mine. Or at least we could argue they're a bit more 50-50, whereas last couple of nights, honestly, most of the blame lay at me for the pit stops. But never going to sniff at a split 2 opportunity for a podium. Oof. Sore. Oh no. 2.5 hours is probably a little bit too much. Man, is someone really still running wets? They can't be, can they? Looks to me like P7 is on wets, but surely that's not right. That must be nuts at this stage, wouldn't it?
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear.
Car is so light now, but the front end also
We're going
is.
to need rubber soon. Take it easy now.
Oh, we're gonna need rubber soon. How long have we got? 2 minutes 50? I think we'll be alright. That's good to know. Maybe we were more borderline there than I thought we would be. Usually not too hard on rubber, and it's quite cold temperatures here. But I mean, I'm sure it was the right call to not take rubber, because I'm guessing everyone must have made the same as well. It's at 27, so I suppose the track has warmed up a little. It's true, the tyres have gone. But you know what? There's not many laps to go. 3 laps of fuel, 2 minutes on the clock. I hope it'll be white flag next time through, but we've got enough fuel for 3 laps if we need it. And we've got over a 5-second gap.
42.3. Faster traffic approaching.
Okay, so it's carnage, lovely.
Right side. Clear on the right. Left side. Clear.
Okay, gap to Tim's gone to 8 seconds. We really can take it easy now. Stay focused. Bring it home. 1.2 laps of fuel. Should have lots of margin.
Faster traffic approaching.
Right, are we getting white flag? If we're not, how many laps of fuel have we got in the tank? 2. So we know we're good for fuel.
White flag.
It's white flag, look at that. Almost say that was well planned for once on the fuel front.
2.1. Faster car coming up quick. You have about 2 laps of fuel left. Car right. Clear.
Well, it hasn't been awesome driving the car with a wonky steering wheel all race, but you know what? We'll just be glad that that didn't turn into something else.
Car on your left.
There's this guy. Come on, get out of here, buddy.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, if that had been meatball, it would have just destroyed the evening. So happy about that. Tyre warning is an interesting one there. Not sure when you get there, whether it's 30% or whether it's more than that. I know you get a few, so I was never really too worried. Ah, podium finish. We'll take it. Lovely. In the end, relatively comfortable. Excellent. Well, more drama in that race than I would have liked, but to still get on the podium after said drama, that's a result. Safety rating will be down in the 2s.
Nice run. Solid work.
You know what? Finishing on the podium was great. My arms are absolutely shattered. So let's go and take a quick look at kind of what went down here. Whew. Man, feeling that. I need a rest. Oh, we finished the race. Didn't go completely wrong. We got on the podium. I'll be honest, that has made the end of my week. Because the rest of the racing this week has been, well, less than smooth. I mean, tonight was less than smooth, but in the end it didn't matter too much. Probably the win would have been on if we kept everything clean, of course, so that's a shame. But, yeah, finishing on the podium after being sideways at least 3 times. Can't complain about that, man. Okay, so we're going to do... This is the first incident, I think. So we'll just do final chase. Oh, wait, no, we're already dropped back here, aren't we? Where... Oof, we're position... Yeah, so we've already fallen away here. So was it lap 1 then that the Barney happened? Oh my god, was it really the first lap? That's crazy. Didn't realise that. I mean, I was trying to take it so sensibly too. I mean, I felt like I had a few moments when I could have passed this guy. I was just trying to take it super easy. Oh no, of course. Yeah, it's P24, but it's yeah, of the entire race. So hold on, let's just whiz this forward a bit. Where was the... Yeah, see here, we got so close. Oh, yeah, you know what? So I got myself in trouble because I got wide here. Let's just have a look at that far chase. bad corner. Yeah, so this is... It's not awful, but I'm not where I want to be. So I then give this guy a chance, which is on me. Guys. Yeah, I mean, he deserves more room than that. This is always the problem. In the blind spot there, I don't think I knew he was there. And so I did drift back, and I just needed to keep the steering in more. I mean, let's see. Have I opened the steering just too early? No, I mean, I just don't know. Is there? You guys can't see the side, but I don't see him out my left screen, but I can see him in my mirror. So yeah, I mean, we'll just margin of error. Should have left more there. So that was first damage. So that then really set us back. But, you know, that wasn't the last drama that we had. There's a 153. This is a 153 lap, but I think this is after the... Is this after the drama, or do we have more drama? Okay, so there's drama ahead of us here. This guy gets wide. No worries, that was fine. So, I mean, at this point we were doing just fine. Just keep running it on here. Just sure it wasn't that long until we had another issue, so this 153. Here. Oh, was it just a bad lap? Yeah, maybe just a bad lap. Nothing to write home about. Right, then we were just running solid. 145s. I feel like there was more incidents than that. Oh, here's a slow one. 145 when I was been running 141s. Oof. That was a little... I don't really remember that. I mean, that is not the place you want to be dived. You know, you're committed to the corner at that point. We're lucky that did not end in absolute disaster. Right, that is you really don't want to overtake there. Dude. Not loving that. Oh, and someone had crashed in front of us there, so let's just... What were we looking at? Oh, can't see much on that camera. Oh, so this... Oh, so he just span on his own. Okay, well, we did well to avoid anything major there, so we'll just give ourselves a pat on the back for that. Then we had the pit stop, got some of the damage repaired. Just hunting for some of these other slow laps. Yeah, there wasn't much in that one. I mean, I know we got turned around at least once or twice. Here we go, 148. Must have been an exciting one. Let's go far chase. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is this guy up to here? I mean, at this point, we're well into the braking. So I don't know what he expects to happen here. You know, I don't know he's there. Oh, and he sort of turns into me as well. Excellent. And then he's spinning. Look at this. What's happening here? So he's just all over the map. Oh, he's full lock. Full lock completely. Just completely out of control. Wow. Wow, buddy. That wasn't the leader, was it? Surely. That's the leader. Why, oh why would you take that chance? That's mad. Right, let's go in the cockpit. See it real time. Okay, let me just get rid of this for you guys. Alright, so you're leading. Good race. I mean, if you're leading the race, you wait for a corner. You just wait for a corner, buddy. Yeah, not loving that, but still, anyway. Didn't kill us, so we got back to racing again. Let's carry on. That was probably the 148, 145. That'll be pit stop. Yeah, so what I want to find out now is how we made that position up into P3. Because at some point in that, I guess it was, I feel like it was in the pit stops too. Because now we come out here, I think, in P3 at this point. So who was ahead of us at this point? SAS Green, I know we were running with them. Wow, God, only SLM Motorsport was on the same lap. God, some people really struggled. So that was Australia wide. Yeah, I don't know who it was that was further up than we were. Maybe let's put focus on crashes and just for it's just going to take too long. Not interested in that. Let's go back to us. Yeah, probably not going to bother trying to hunt that down. You know what, let's just have a look in the results. I'll save the replay just in case I want to take another look at this later. Is it going to ask me to save? Nope. Right, well. Yeah, we can save that. Where were we at? Fuji. Lovely. Right, let's bring up the screen so you guys can see it too. Okay, don't care about the practice, do care about the race. Yeah, so quite a few single drivers. Well, actually most of us, look at that. So just Dawson, James. Oh, look at that, James. Well done, buddy. Plus 91, only 11 incidents. Solid. What did you get up to, Dawson? You had plus 74. Nice. Now what do we get? Oh, it went up in safety rating. I thought we would have gone down. And plus 65. Lovely. At least we recovered some of the damage. Yeah, and so, you know, this was Tim that was following us for a while. These guys, we were behind and then got ahead. So I can only imagine, well, they had quite a few incident points, but not enough to trigger a penalty. What happened to these guys? Yeah, I mean, quite high incident points and nothing crazy. Was it this team that were higher up? 3.1k driver. Wow, this guy had no incidents. Other guy ran most of it. Yeah, don't know. Don't have a good answer for us, but you know what? Happy with that result. Plus 74. Oh no, sorry. Plus 65 IR. Plus 0.016 for safety rating in a race that we were facing backwards at least twice, maybe 3 times. We'll call that a win. Alrighty. Well, at least we finished the race, finished the week off with a better race and a better result than we had the last 2 days. And yeah, we'll see if we can get the ult over 3k in the next couple of weeks. I feel like we should be able to. This has been a bit of a dodgy week, but we'll see what's racing next week and we'll push on. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, main channel video still behind, still not recorded, but hopefully we'll be recording in the next week or so. But the RS6 is off to the garage shortly. So at some point in April, there will be a bit of a video on the RS6, how things have been, how the last year and a half of ownership have been, and of course I'll share with you one of the mods that we're doing in the next week or so, which should be fun. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. I will catch you soon.